Hi Gemini, welcome to my channel. This is your weekly love reading from me. It's wherever you have Gemini in your chart. It's for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whatever placement really. There's no gender in tarot, so just apply the correct gender for you. I may say he and she, but what I'm doing is reading the energy of the cards and obviously looking at the pictures. You know, for example, if a king or a queen or a knight comes out, I'm going to use the appropriate gender for the picture. But it doesn't mean that that gender applies to you, so just put the gender where it's supposed to be. Reverse the roles if necessary. Please consider giving me a subscription. Helps the channel to grow. I will be giving away some free readings at some point in the near future, probably as we get closer to Christmas, and I will be prioritising the first 100 subscribers for those free readings. So get in while you can. Okay, right. When I was pre-shuffling the cards, which is, I'm sure if you've watched some of the other videos, you may have heard me explain that I like to do this away from the camera. I've got quite an extensive, sorry, I can see that my camera's moved slightly. I've got quite an extensive routine that I like to do for that, where I can channel the energy. And what I was picking up is you're thinking about first of all, I think you're thinking about your future in certain aspects. You're thinking about certain parts of your future and about where your happiness is going to lie in respect of that. I did see sort of a little bit of an inner conflict between possibly something that you really love doing in your free time as opposed to something that you do as a way of earning your money. This is a love reading, but I have to say the messages as they come out, regardless of whether they have a slight career focus. I did pick up in the pre-shuffle the fact that I do see that possibly you're going to walk the path that you're currently on for some time yet, with a view to a change coming up in the future. Now, I couldn't see from the pre-shuffle how far that was going to be into the future or even what that change was. But it definitely has something to do with just your lifestyle and your general way of living and related to your immediate community and future and the way that you are. Now, that's no surprise to me when I picked that up, because we are in Mercury retrograde. And Mercury retrograde, not even just can't even speak, and it does affect communication, which is what I wanted to say. And you can hear I'm having such a problem getting the message out, but Mercury rules our community, and when I say community, that means our neighbours and our family and short distance travel. So our community is wherever we live and the immediate people that are in our community, including family members and neighbours, and also the short distances that we travel with that. It also rules education. So it's no surprise to me that I picked up certain aspects with the fact that there's going to be possibly some changes coming within that type of energy. Now, with Mercury retrograde, when I said I couldn't be clear on the facts of what changes were coming or what time those changes were going to, you know, the time scale in which those changes were going to sort of have an arrival or exit date or whatever, it's because we're in Mercury retrograde, and so it's possible that with the Mercury retrograde energy, Mercury being in Scorpio at this particular point in time, that we are going to have some slight delays with the path that we plan on taking, whether that's career, love, or so on. This is a love read, so I do have to read it within a love focus, but there were some immediate community and career and family messages that came out with that. Okay, that was just the pre-shuffle. While I was giving that pre-shuffle message, I have put down the cards, and we've got, for the recent past, we've got the Page of Pentacles, we've got the Nine of Wands, and we've got the Two of Wands. Now this sort of goes back to, you know, I'm looking at this Nine of Wands energy, and this sort of goes hand in hand with the energy of what I was feeling, for the fact that there is change wanted. There is a change that is in the immediate focus and wanted, but there are some obstacles to overcome that at this particular point in time. Your person, on the other hand, possibly is not seeing things from the same perspective as you. That doesn't mean they're seeing things from a conflicting perspective, because at this point in time I haven't picked up on any conflict in the recent past just from this read, but they are anticipating that they're looking further ahead into the future than what you're able to do at this particular point in time. I think, although you may have a long-term plan or strategy with regards to how you want this particular connection or relationship to go, I think that your focus is more on the immediate future, or more on what's happening now, between now and say December, but your person is looking quite a bit off into the distance there, and having a plan all of their own, which potentially I don't think that you two are quite on the same page with regards to that particular aspect of your connection. As I say, I don't think at this particular point in time it's causing any major conflicting issues, but I do see that potentially there could be aspects of conflict if you don't communicate clearly with regards to what your plan of action is, or how you see things taking shape, as opposed to what your person is seeing at this particular point in time. There isn't, especially with Mercury retrograde, there is a danger of actually communication failing, and for you not to actually be on the same page, but I haven't seen that at this particular point in time. What I do see, and what we've got for the immediate, I'm going to get some clarification so I can expand on some of this, but I'm just looking at the overall energy to begin with. What we've got in the present situation between you and your person is the Queen of Pentacles, we've got the Eight of Wands, and the Six of Swords. So yeah, again, this is telling me that your person is looking at a much more longer distant future at this particular point in time. That going from the 9 to the 8 of Wands here, we've got the 9 to the 8 of Wands. I do see some blockages with regards to what it is that your person possibly is advocating at this particular point in time. I don't think the blockages are coming from you yourself. I think you are adopting at this particular point in time a let's wait and see attitude. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with being cautious. Now, whether you're being cautious because you know that we are in Mercury retrograde, or whether you're just being cautious because of the current economic climate with regards to some of the things that are happening in the world, it's entirely up to you. But the fact is, you are adopting a much more cautious wait and see attitude. It is causing a little bit of, I do feel that it is causing a little bit of friction, but not too much conflict. But your person is slightly impatient. Your person has an element of impatience. Whatever that impatience is, I do not know. We've got the Fool at the bottom of the deck here. I feel that this is very much in your person's energy, where they're very eager. They're beginning to want to go into a plan of action with you with regards to something, with regards to the future. You, on the other hand, in the immediate future, we've got the Two of Swords here with the Page of Cups and the Empress. You might be feeling that your person is going to be putting some unnecessarily burdensome demands on your shoulders with regards to whatever it is that they are requesting of you. And I'm going to get some clarification. I want to get some clarification for this Two of Swords and this Queen of Pentacles in your energy, because your energy needs a little bit of clarification, whereas your person's energy at this point in time is pretty clear to me that they've got a plan of action. They can see how they want the future to unroll with you, and they don't particularly want to wait and do things to your timescale. Okay, clarifying the Queen of Pentacles here, which is in your energy. Sorry if I just did that a little bit too quickly. We've got the Seven of Swords here, the Ace of Wands, and the Two of Swords. Yeah, this tells me you're feeling a slightly, you're not feeling very secure at this particular point in time with the way things are going. Now, I don't feel that I don't feel that you feel insecure with your person. I feel that this is more of an insecurity with things in your immediate community and things that you are not fully able to control, or feel at least that you are not fully able to control at this particular minute. I feel that perhaps you are suffering from a little bit of stress and you haven't really offloaded what it is that's on your mind to your person at this particular point in time. Why you haven't done that, Gemini, I couldn't actually say. But you seem to be trying to cope with whatever's going on in your life pretty much as a soloist at this particular point in time, and not so much as one half of a couple. I'm not sure what that is, why that is. I do see you being a little bit defensive. And I see you being a little bit defensive because of things that are uncertain for you at this particular point in time. I need a bit more clarification here. I mean, have you thought about sitting down and explaining what it is that's on your mind to your person? I mean, it's not for me to tell you how to live your life. Obviously, you have free will. But there just seems to be a little bit of lack of communication here between the two of you. I don't think your person fully comprehends some of the difficult aspects that you're currently facing within your life. Right, in your energy, clarifying the Two of Swords. Wait for it, Gemini, okay? We've got the Tower. Now, this is a potentially, this can be a potentially negative card if you just look at it on its own, because this is where we have things that are not concrete and rigid and secure on the footings, you know, on the sort of base here. And we get something that comes in unexpected, or comes in and actually just shakes it. And it just all comes crumbling and tumbling down. The thing is, what you've got to remember with this Tower energy is that it wasn't on solid ground to start with. Now, whether or not this is going to be in relation to you and your person, it is coming across possibly that there are some financial aspects to this, with the Six of Pentacles. Perhaps you're facing some kind of instability at this particular point, and we've got the Eight of Swords here, which this is quite a heavy energy also. Look at the way this person is bound to you. The person feels that their hands are tied and they're very limited with the movement here of what options they've got to go. Now, whether or not this is just the energy of the fact that you feel very uncertain or very unstable within your immediate material future at this particular point in time. And the reason I say it's a particular material features because we've got the Six of Pentacles here, but with the Two of Swords. Now, the Two of Swords, you can see that it's a very, very protective stance, with the fact that, you know, the swords are up in defense with the arms crossed across the chest as a protective energy. You know, the blindfold is on, which means that, you know, there are things hidden, that there are things that you cannot see. However, this card does guide you to use your intuition. It is an intuitive card. It is a card of being asked to rely on your higher self and not to panic, that if this just may be a perceived energy, that you feel that you're on very shaky ground at this particular point in time, and that any moment now things can come tumbling down that are out of your control, giving you very few options. Now, whether that is a reality or whether it is just a perception remains to be seen. You know, this is a general reading. It's very difficult to clarify all of these aspects intricately for a collective energy. I am available for personal readings if you want it, and you are able to ask the tarot specific questions and get specific answers. I feel that temporarily there will be some kind of difficulty between you and your person. There will be emotions between you and your person that may continue to escalate for the fact that you do not see your future exactly from the same point of view. Remember, I said this in the beginning. I always see you trying to swim the waters of emotion here and the difficulties alone, without involving your person. Now, I don't know why you wouldn't want to involve your person at all. We've got the star at the bottom of the deck. You know, I've got earth energy. This is Aquarian energy. We've got pentacle energy, which is earth energy. There's a lot of wand energy here, which is fire. But for me, in this particular reading, it's about the actions. It's about the actions that are being taken. Let's clarify this Page of Cups energy here in the centre of you and your person for the immediate future. Interesting, because we've got the King and Queen of Swords here. This is air energy here. This is also your energy here, Gemini. It's always good that you come out in your own reading. I see your partner, whoever is in your life, I see them as coming to your rescue to offer you the support that you need. But I think that you must. The issue here, there's a block here in communication. The fact that you haven't opened up to your person and sort of explained everything that is happening with you. I think you're trying to be a soloist here, and you're not being one half of a partnership. But I think if you open up to your person, I think your person is going to come to your aid, basically, and I think they're going to offer you some kind of assistance. It may surprise you, actually. Perhaps you've not reached out to your person and want to do everything on your own because you're not sure what help they can actually offer you. But I think they're going to surprise you, actually. I think your person is going to surprise you with the fact that they're going to offer you unexpected help. I just want to get some clarification here for the Empress, and I'm going to go back to the original deck that I've used. I'm just being guided for that. Let's just get some clarification here for the Empress. I think your person's really going to step up to the plate here. This is your person's energy, by the way. Remember, I said there's no gender in tarot, so although I say she and Empress, of course we're reading the energy. It can always be a masculine, you know, or a masculine energy. I'm not taking those because one of them hit the floor. Let me just pick it up. Although they came absolutely flying out, I'm not taking them. I don't like to take them from the floor, and I think if they need to come out, they will come out anyway. Yeah, absolutely. Interesting. This is fantastic because I'm clarifying the Empress. Remember I said the King and Queen of Swords has come out here. Well, we've got the Queen of Swords again with the Page of Swords. This tells me that your person is going to surprise you actually with the fact that how well that they are cool, calm, and collected and able to cope with a bit of a stormy situation here. We've got the Karma card that's come out also with the clarification of the Empress. I think that this is going to be a bit of a shock to you for the fact that your person really is going to step up to the plate and give you a really big helping hand here, Gemini. I think you, from the initial read, right from the beginning to the end, from the pre-shuffle right to the end, you were very much feeling like a lone wolf almost, as if you were looking at all aspects of this situation and this problem, and not really, and going round and round in your head with it and not really coming to any kinds of conclusions or solutions, not planning for the long-term future, whereas your partner or your person is planning for the long-term future. A little bit of miscommunication between the two of you, which can be cleared up if you open up to your person. I do perhaps feel that the instability is within the material world. I don't feel, and when I say the material world, I mean job, career, money related, you know, trying to make the mortgage or the bills every month, trying to make sure that there's food on the table, that you can actually afford the transport to work, doing a good job at work, but not able to plan too far ahead for the future because perhaps there's a little bit of instability in the work front. You know, even if you're at risk of losing your job, or you may have to move departments, which means it's going to be a longer commute, or you may have to change change area. Remember I said at the beginning that Mercury is retrograde. It affects education, it affects community, community being where we live, being our neighbours, being our immediate family, or our loved ones, our immediate loved ones, being our friends. It affects how we express ourselves. There is a slight breakdown in communication, but your person is going to surprise you, Gemini, with how well they handle some of the issues that you thought you were going to have to completely deal with on your own. You may be faced with a small crisis. Well, small or big, I don't know. It depends. It depends how well you handled this tower moment. But I think if you open up to your person and explain to them what it is that's going on, I think you are going to be pleasantly surprised with how well they actually step up to the plate. We've got the Queen of Swords twice, remember, and what practical help they're going to be able to give you. So have faith in them. Have faith in them, because I don't think they're going to let you down in this situation. Thank you very much for stopping by. I will see you next week. Please give me a like or, a little thumbs up. Drop me a comment, because I don't have a community tab at this point in time. And the comments and the way that you connect with me through the actual channel here are the only way that I can get to know you. And I would like to get to know you. I do answer all my comments, and I do like to read them and know what's happening in your life. So I will see you next week. Bye, Gemini.